Hey everybody, this is Glidercat, and it's time to play. We are back in Captain of Industry. Lots to do. Between episodes, I let the game run a little bit while I did things. I mean, I didn't just walk away and let it run. Took out the crushers that we had here for the copper ore. That belt is now just sending us crushed copper ore. It's starting to accumulate here, which is fine. We do have a problem. I noticed over here, we upgraded our blast furnaces, so we're getting faster output. We didn't upgrade our casters, right? So we're getting 48 molten copper out of each blast furnace. So I've since upgraded these guys. They can handle that upgraded load. And then I went to upgrade our copper electrolysis units here, buildings. They don't have an upgrade as far as I can see. Didn't see one on the in the tech tree either. So we're gonna have to scale that up to get the benefit. Maybe it'd be copper or electrolysis. Yeah, there's only one. I don't think there's an upgrade. There's our blast furnace, metal caster, copper electrolysis. Yeah, it's not showing any anything on here that gets us faster capacity. So let's that's one of the things we want to get to this episode. The other thing is we are out of sand. The sand mining crew doesn't have anything to work on. Let's, in the short term, just give them something to do to fill up the sand bin. But we have strategizing to do over here, as we do with pretty much all of our mining areas. They've got plenty of room to work. We just need to give them designations. All right. Get rid of these spent ones, and these guys can just flatten. Well, we're gonna have a belt. We're gonna have to move there. Let's give them maybe this area to work. Those guys should spring to life. I think these are all big excavators. It looks like it. Speaking of excavators, we do have a big one waiting to be assigned. Let's see if there's anybody over here using the little ones. No. That's just a designation tower. Okay, this guy is using the little ones. Let's give him a big one and take off one of those. And see if we can find it and go send it back to be recycled. Guy is assigned. That one is assigned. Where might the other one be? That's unassigned. Where did you go? Are you underneath somebody? Small excavator. That one is assigned. Small excavator. This one's not assigned. So let's send this guy to be scrapped. Boom. See if he can make his way back. I think he can. So that should replenish our sand. That's going to be important for the copper. But let's see how we can untangle this mess and get more copper electrolysis going. This can definitely move. This was meant just to empty out the shipyard when it gets full of copper plates. In fact, I may have even... Oh, that's fine. And we want to split off of that somehow. Could definitely put an electrolysis unit right here, and I think there's room on the other side too, although there's a road going through there. Yeah, there's a road that looks well used. I'm not sure if we want to tear that up, but I need to get 2 more electrolysis guys in here somehow. Let's see. One thing we can do is raise this belt. Let's do... Let's see. Not sure how to go about this. Let's take some of this stuff out. That can definitely go. Oh, our ship doesn't have any orders too. Let's keep the ship moving, even if it fights some losing battles. 470, 470. I'm looking at the 610, 610, 430. Let's go. Oh, you can't get there. For reals? Oh, he's out at sea. Can you go here? Yep, 260. I just upgraded this oil well, or repaired it. We don't have anybody working on it. It's paused right now. We could get a crew, though. Let's get one crew doing a little bit of work. We have extra Unity. Let's burn through some of it, and we'll just fill up the tank here. And we'll let our ship go work. Okay, the destruction is done over here. We're going to need upgraded belts for this. This only takes 60 per minute. And these, we're going to have 4 of these, kicking out 24. So that belt's going to need to be upgraded. We'll keep that in mind. This belt is kind of in my way. This was just meant for extra copper for building purposes. Let's delete that belt for the moment. We can always put it back or route it differently, but let's just get it out of our way so we can see straight here. That could easily fan out into another one here. That's straightforward, and I think there's plenty of room for trucks and things. This side's a little more tricky. Where to put this where it's not going to look absolutely hideous. Good thinking. There and there, I bet. Tight. Definitely fit one there, but I'm just thinking about the symmetry. If these guys go right next to each other. See, where are our outputs? Yeah, nothing on the sides. Just 2 short sides are where our inputs are. So these could be squeezed together, although we've got that sand belt coming through and these pipes. Oh man. Oh man. How much do we want to rework? Not much is the answer. Got 4 casters. These guys are putting out 48 per. $48 per side. Good. Still thinking it through. Seems like we could turn these on our side. The sand belt is a little knowing where it's at. That could be rerouted. It was convenient at the time. Lots of spaghetti here. Could almost get rid of all this brickwork. We haven't used that in ages. This is making bricks out of dirt, coal, and water. Let's think about that for a second. Slabs are using sand and slag. Later we can use manufactured sand. Concrete slabs. We could always ramp this up. Maybe it's time to get rid of all that dirt. All this brickwork here stuff. What do you think? That's a lot of space we could free up, including all this dirt we could empty out. Thinking that might be the way to go. bricks. Just make sure they're not used for anything else. Just for construction part ones. I say it's time to get rid of these. Let's do it. Just taking up space, right? We'll miss you. I want to delete my pipes or something accidentally. That's why I'm doing it this way. Slightly surgical. Okay, you. Got a snaking belt we can get rid of too, which will help. Yep, all the way to there. Of course, this is going to fill our shipyard with a bunch of building materials. Which is annoying. This is our acid maker, which is turned off. How are we doing on acid? We could kick that on for a bit. Do it. Then all this stuff has to go. Beard belt. We'll get trucks to empty all those. If they can even get in there. If not, we can belt it out to somewhere they can get all this dirt I'm talking about. Truck. Set that to empty. Got a goofy belt here that needs to go. All this pipe work can go. These to here. Still need water coming into our little acid factory. Gonna pause here for a second. All right, back. Cat was coughing. Just wanted to make sure there wasn't going to be a mess for me to clean up. There wasn't. Just a normal little dry cough. All right. What else? What else can we clean up over here? Now we've got room aplenty, right? Okay, this is acid. That's water. These are all going to go too, so this is starting to drain out already. Look at all the trucks coming. This belt of coal doesn't seem to be needed either, right? So let's get rid of that. Do some cleanup. Hard to tell. I think that's the right spot. Yeah, so this sulfur belt could maybe even move further back. That's why I'm not messing with it just yet. That's our limestone. That's going for like fertilizer or something. I think so. Where are you heading? I think it's going this way, right? That's for rubber production. Check it out. These are getting cleared out really fast. Nice, nice. That one had a little dirt in it still. Limestone going into glass production. And then going on to fertilizer. Guess I can mark this for deletion, right? Well, that just freed up a bunch of space. Makes me wonder if we shouldn't take some of take some of this and move it down, rather than just use it for electrolysis. Think about that for a second. Turn these things sideways. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy here. I had two like this, and then the output copper kind of joining in the middle, that being the belt. It had to be an upgraded belt. But these things are kind of in our way. Coal is going for smelting. Almost do this thing with these. Not really. These would make sense to do that because they can sit right next to each other. But I want to make sure we get full. All right, let's give it a try. We got to rip apart a lot to make this happen, but let's do it. This coal belt is in the way, right? So that's got to go at least that far. We'll see how this works. See how this works. Probably gonna make a mistake or 20. This guy has to go. Sweet. And your belts have to go as well. At least most of your belt probably has to go. Your pipe needs to go. Probably all this pipe needs to go, actually. I think this belt needs to go as well. We'll do one side first. I'm going to try and keep that sand belt where it is. Not crazy about it, but it is doing the job. I can always clean it up sometime later. Never. Soybeans. Belt is random belt of soybeans coming through here. I'm colorblind. This looks almost the same color as this to me. Different texture though, at least. Okay. One more guy escaped the bulldozer here. How's sand while we're waiting? Is that recovering sand? We have some. How about wood? Let's just check that too. You can see I added more forestry areas. Wood's not doing so great. We may have to trade for it until we can get our forestry really cranked up. We'll have to see. Thinking about moving all that to some area that we're not really making use of. Just doing a bunch of forestry up here or something. Just to get it out of the way. That's some kind of valuable land. I could just have a belt coming from anywhere. That's a problem for another episode, not now. All right, looks like we've got some clean areas here. Let's copy this dude. And we want the inputs, that side, and outputs potentially meeting up a belt in the middle. I think there's a path under here, right? So there'd be a belt underneath where my cursor is. Hard to see. So I would want that. Yes. Those are 2 apart, unfortunately. Looking at the spacing between these guys, it's 2 blocks apart. Would have been nice if it was 3, because then we could run something right down the middle. I'm not going to change that, though, I don't think. These guys may end up being 3 apart. There's those 2. We want to do kind of the same thing on this side. All that goes. I'm going to rerun this belt too. These should probably be flipped, right? Think about it. Delete. The acid comes in and those guys come in. Let's acid first. Let's down the middle. Thinking of how I want to route the acid. I guess maybe you could run down the middle. Maybe what I'm thinking. You could come across here. Then I'll just grab you from here or something. And then our copper, 24 each, so a regular belt will work for these guys. Output will come down the middle somehow. Let's that's got to be a level 2. It'll gonna be right here. I'm gonna block a road, aren't I? We'll think about the output here in a second. Let's output. Just thinking, do we want to take the output out this way and then up and somehow get it elevated so we can still have roads. And then I'm worrying about these, if these should be flipped. Man, that's a big change. Kind of a big change. We'll have, yeah, because stuff's so jammed in. Yeah, I can't really flip it. I'd have to rerun this slag belt, right? Belt. Yeah, the slag belt would need to be changed. That's going to be next to impossible to do. Because I need to run the molten down the middle. Oh man, it's packed in pretty tight here. We're going to have to decompress this at some point because we're going to want to scrub this exhaust way down the road. I don't know that I got a way to even get that out of there. I guess I do. Okay, yeah, acid process. What are you complaining about? Needs a transport to output the copper. Ah, I hear you. I think how I can do it while still getting some height. Guess we can come into the middle and then copper. Copper was on this belt, right? Coming across, I think. Down. Splitting into there and then coming. Oh man. It's embarrassing. Yeah, it's pretty ugly. Oh man, that's ugly. But yeah, this belt wasn't blocking traffic, so if I can get up on this belt somehow, then we would be fine. Let's take this off a little though. I want to take this back to here. Those are 3 blocks apart. Inputs on the outside. Am I off by one? Guess that's it. That looks right. Let's do the acid pipe. Oh no. Oh no. Gonna have to reroute the sand. Bear with me. We've got some dissecting to do here. Little nugget there if I can get it. Well, let's take the sand out for a bit. That can go. This section can go. Yeah, trucks are able to get through here, which is nice. Acid and copper. These guys are kind of hooked up. What they need. I still got to route the coal belt back to the blast furnaces. The outputs need, I think, a double here like this. This is our finished product. Thinking might climb here. Climb, move over. And then catch this guy somehow. Like that. That gets the outputs out of here. That belt's going to need to be upgraded, I think. Let's get this hooked up. That's fine. That one didn't need to be upgraded. You guys only going to kick out 24 each time. These guys need to connect up. Regular flat conveyors, so you get on the butt. Oh, you're not going to let me do it because of that. Annoying. I actually like that better. Okay, you're connected, you are connected, you are connected, and you start the bus kind of thing. And then up, round, and to where it's needed. Need to make sure these are upgraded belts. That's upgrading right now. That one doesn't matter, but this one should be upgraded probably, and I don't know, that one probably doesn't matter either, but I'll do it. In fact, I should do them all. Why not? Get a second of extra, microsecond of extra productivity. These load up faster. Okay, now acid. I'd like to find a way to route the acid. I have messed myself up with this belt, right? Could have stayed a little bit lower. All right. This is going to be a little bit off. I'm tempted to move the pipe just to make this symmetric. What's our navigation look like? It's okay. It's a little snug right there. That pipe could move. Okay, I got to get these guys on this side, their input. So we're going to come off of here. I think this is safe. Both of them. Hope so. It's regular conveyor. Open everything. Okay, we preserved our roads. Now we just need to get coal onto this belt. And we need to hook up the sand belt again. What are you? Are you going to give me a pillar now, right where I don't want it? Probably. Yep. Can't have a pillar there, so we got to take this back further, I think. Oh. Not what I wanted. Oh, look, now they're going to give me a pillar. Alright, I see how we play this game. Can I build you backwards? Nope. You're going to give me a pillar no matter what, huh? This area we really don't want extra pillars. We can take back. Pipe, I'm going to have the same issue with the pipe. Man, that one misclick by deleting in the middle has really created a little headache for me. Okay, belt first. Can we get the copper belt connected? Goes from here. There's okay. Have a pillar, I think. Okay, that one's bridged. Pipe is not gonna cooperate, right? Pipe is gonna cooperate with the pillar situation. should be able to get through there, right, fellas? Yes, you're happy. Now we just need to get this acid pipe. Just looking. This is our output. Oh, it all goes into storage, and then we're coming back out. And that's how we're feeding everybody once it's from storage. That's fine. That's gonna be an extra pillar. I might have to accept that one. Still plenty of room to get through. Okay, coal belt might be the last step of this multi-step process. Let's clean it up. Man, this is way longer than I thought this would take. Eat that. Shape conveyor. We don't care too much about pillars here. Ship and battle. We won. What do we get? I don't even remember where we went. Station explored. Our ship discovered uranium mine. Okay. Hooray. We probably need to go repair it. Let's do that. This guy right here. Start repairs. Let's get the ship loaded up with parts. Start loading the ship. We have plenty. Got lots of warnings in the top right. Not too worried about it just at the moment. Want to get this finished. You've got your acid, you've got your copper, you've got your output belts once they're built. Sand belt we need to bridge. And we do it? I think so. This is taking forever to build. What's up, guys? Rubber. Tons of rubber. Maybe they can't get to it? Trucking is stable. Colony has stayed healthy, which I'm shocked. I think last playthrough, Season 5, we had illness strike pretty early. Maybe they balanced that a little bit or something. Was very much expecting to be getting hit with flus and things. Oh man, that belt. That pillar placement. Not, you know. Stuck. Kind of stuck. Unless we could do something goofy. This. It's uglier and uglier as we go. Still gonna get weird pillar placement. I do something really hideous. I might go hideous with this. Boom. Pretty bad. That's pretty bad. But that gets us the upgraded copper production. Eventually, I still think just about everything we have placed in this area is going to get torn out and moved. So I'm okay having that goofy sand belt for now. It turns out we don't use that much sand. Let's see. These guys both draining out. They gotta be. Yep, yep, yep. Let me know if you see a big glaring mistake. I think we have it, and that's kind of a big deal. Because our electronics production has been hindered by the by not having enough copper. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this third assembly building. This will get us more copper out of this, just these two smelting setups. Eventually, we may want to scale this way up. While we were dawdling there, we managed to save up a bunch of ground copper, crushed ore. And it looks like this guy's been somewhat productive too. Doing the mining. Okay. We'll let him do his thing. He's got a huge designation to work on. Kind of extending all that. But yeah, that's not bad. Looks like we have a couple warnings to look at. We'll do that. We'll do that at the top of next episode. Low food supply? What? Can't be. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's per the number of people we have. That's a very strange warning. But these guys only know that we have 400 units, right? They don't know about the 75,000 units of food that I've got sitting over here. Unless there's some kind of belt issue or something weird that cropping up. No, they're being served. I don't see anybody dying off. 70 workers should be fine. Yeah, let's leave it there for now. This is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Special thanks as always to Glidercat patrons and channel members. Really appreciate your support of the channel. And thanks to those of you that have been giving suggestions, pointing out mistakes, lots of mistakes, and pointing out, offering up your suggestions. Appreciate that as well. We're getting there. We're getting there. We need to, once we're caught up on taking care of these warnings and stuff, we need to get serious or redouble our efforts at terraforming. I need land. I need open land. I've got a bunch of excavators sitting with full shovels because everything's backed up. Those guys need to be moved to like terraforming crews that are leveling land and giving us fill. So that's something that's lagging. We got issues here. Excavators just sitting because limestone is backed up. I have them trucking limestone across the island. That doesn't make sense. We could just belt it. This is effectively our active limestone mine. We want to flatten this area and access these areas. That'll actually open up a lot of wood for us too. So yeah, lots to do. Not to mention all the stuff in the tech tree fermenting, and there's biodiesel. There's all kinds of stuff we need to do. But we'll pick it up next episode. I will see you then.